Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon TV. I am here with Lydia Sarfati. We are in your headquarters in Secaucus, New Jersey, in your training center, the Repechage Academy, and you have introduced something really spectacular and fabulous, and we're here to learn all about it. So fill us in. We're here right at with the products.
Well, thank you, Maggie. It's always a pleasure, and you know I love you. So what I'm introducing really is my passion about waxing, because back in the 70s, my book was always filled with clients, and they always came back for more. And you would think, why do you want to come back for more waxing? And yet, they always came back because I was able to create a marvelous experience. So we are 2015, and I thought I want to bring back that marvelous artisan waxing experience. And I'm launching our SeaSmooth Artisan Seaweed wax. Of course, it's seaweed, because I am the queen of seaweed, so I would absolutely be using seaweed in the wax product as well, but for a number of reasons. It gives us a better depilation, leaves the skin smoother, less, less aggravated, and you will see the results for yourself. So I can begin.
And it's so great because Lydia found, we have a Marine here who has volunteered to show how this product is used on a man, on his back, and Lydia is going to go over the entire procedure. And I know there's something you said that's very important about when the client puts his face down. What is he looking at?
Well, you know, very often the waxing experience in the salon is just not very nice. So for me, when you're laying down, I don't want you to be looking at the floor. I've prepared a wonderful aromatherapy bowl of water with seashells, since the wax is about seaweed. So he's looking and perhaps feeling that he's on the beach in St. Martin.
Rather than in Secaucus, New Jersey, where it's 10 degrees outside.
Afghanistan, right? So basically...
So what did you start with? You started with this brush?
One of the things I always liked to do is to exfoliate using a brush. So I call it the dry brushing. This removes dead skin cells, but also if the hair is kind of a little bit ingrown, it lifts it off and will give me the opportunity to really make fabulous, fabulous depilation. So of course,
and this brush, I'm sorry, Lydia, this brush is
boar hair.
A boar hair brush. Okay,
right.
Perfect.
So it's basically, I'm using our wonderful Repechage SeaSmooth wax, and you see how beautifully it goes on, no double dipping. And I'm using 100% muslin, so it gives me a very tight woven cotton that just very smoothly removes the hair. And I would say these are virgin hair, but at the same time, he does not feel too much pain. How was it, Kevin?
Wasn't as bad as I thought.
Right?
Kevin's not
like
screaming.
The 40-year virgin that he was screaming. But you can see how beautifully just it totally removes the hair very, very nicely. And I love this formula. It's seaweed and wonderful vitamin E, so it's very calming and soothing. We have zinc oxide, so the zinc oxide is marvelous for actually right away providing healing to the skin, and zinc oxide has also antimicrobial properties, so it prevents any kind of breakouts after waxing as well, which very often happens, especially with men, and because they are not used to depilation as much.
Why is the muslin important?
The muslin is important, and I've tested many, many different type of cottons and muslins and papers. The woven fabric, tightly woven fabric, gives us a very nice grip. It allows the wax to be lifted off very nicely. And it gives me a beautiful, beautiful depilation. It removes the hair very nicely. And not only I'm removing the hair shaft, but I'm also removing the bulb. So wonderful application.
What other tips do you have for estheticians on either the temperature of the wax or the speed or the frequency?
Well, the temperature of the wax, I like to keep the wax at basic body temperature. So nothing too hot, because you certainly don't want the wax to be scalding on the skin and making the skin more irritated. This will also help you with giving the client a much nicer experience with waxing. So the temperature is certainly important. Very often I hear the esthetician say, well, we don't need to really switch the spatulas because the wax is hot enough and it kills bacteria. Well, I just want to say that the wax would have to be at the temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit in order for it to kill the bacteria.
Putting a little lava on.
Right, at that point we would be removing a little bit more than just hair. So wax does not kill the bacteria.
Okay, and I know we only have 1 minute left. What, you're lucky he didn't have like a ton of hair. What do you do afterwards?
Well, right, I want to quickly kind of show you what would be the treatment after, which here I'm using a frozen cube of a wonderful soothing tea relief gel that's just going to provide calming and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful effect for the client. And then I would follow up with a beautiful Nutri oil, which is rich in Mafura oil, that it's healing, soothing, and calming to the skin. At the end, we would be using a very nice hot towel, so we're giving the client a real full spa experience. Of course, I'm going to wax his other side of the back. But Kevin, how do
Kevin's
you
a tough
feel?
guy.
It was good. Not as bad as I thought.
This is the first time you had it done, right?
Kevin said it felt good. It wasn't as bad as he thought. So he can survive Afghanistan, and he can survive Lydia Sarfati. And say the name of the product again.
It's the Repechage Artisan SeaSmooth Seaweed Wax. Mouthful.
Yeah, no, but it's great. It's a great product. And again, thanks so much for inviting us here. I know we're going to go over in a minute and show how to do something on the arm, but just want to say Happy New Year, Lydia. Congratulations with this. And it's so great seeing you.
Marvelous. Always a pleasure, Maggie. Love you, darling.
Bye.
Bye.